Hey ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming to Science and or Literacy today. Again, you know that I'm over in the 8th grade hallway, so start off the morning or the discussion right now discussing the idea of respect while I'm gone. You've got a possibility of 2 guest teachers here today. Miss Diamond will be here today, and I want to make sure you remind her of how awesome you're going to be and how much you're going to help her next year when you come to visit her. But today is May 8th, and you're going to start off with basically, in science class, you're going to watch this YouTube video briefly, quickly, and then you're going to have about 25 minutes or so to work on your B layer and A layer material. I'll discuss that a little bit more in depth in a moment. For those of you that are expecting to interview today, this is one of the downfalls of you not getting things done on time. So, practicing the interview, sure, you could keep practicing it. It's not going to happen today. You got a 0 right now, so your goal is to try and get 50% of that interview back for tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow, Friday, so you can do the interview tomorrow. So that being said, I'm going to permit you to start your B and A layer today. So for those of you who've been waiting to get your interview done so that you can start the B and A layer, just start working on B and A. I don't want to wait for you anymore, and well, we just need to start moving forward. So time is of the essence. So that's the interview discussion right there. And then for the second half of the class, you're going to watch a video called the Human Footprint video. The worksheets are going to be right on the front table up here. There's parts 1 and part 2. You probably only get halfway through part 1, at which point we'll do part 2 at another date, probably next week or something of that nature. But definitely read the questions before you start watching the video because it's going to fly through a lot of data and numbers. So it's called the Human Footprint video. If for some reason the DVD program is shut down, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there's an area called DVD program. Click that and that'll get things up and running again. So let's talk about what's going to happen for the first half of the class. You know that there's supplies in the room, but you also know that you're responsible for some of your own supplies. I've got some saran wrap and aluminum foil and some masking tape, but when it comes to cardboard boxes and things of that nature, you're going to have to be the ones on the creative side. So if you haven't brought any supplies in yet, I don't think you really should be working on your cooler. However, that being said, you could work on your poster for your cooler. What's your cooler going to look like? Working on the worksheet that's associated. That's A1, by the way. Those are over in the folders. Speaking of folders, let's try and keep them in order and clean on that center table. And let's see. If you're not working on your cooler and you're working on either B2 or B7 or something like that. Speaking of B7 turbines, there is 2 stations set up for wind turbines. Again, a reminder, respect for the supplies, but also please remember to loosen the front spool on the black hub at the top of the wind turbine. That'll keep them from stripping the wood dowels. So if you're not sure what you should be working on, I definitely recommend that you take a little stroll over to this worksheet here. You've got your B layer worksheet right here listing all the worksheets you can work on. Definitely take care of the must-do worksheets. That also applies to the A layer. You could be working on the crazy cooler. You could be doing the environmental energy facts. Any of those is totally acceptable. Don't ask about the M&M game or the ice cream because that's for later next week. So let's finish up with this right here. Again, respect for supplies. So that takes care of the science. You're good to go. First half, work on B layer and A layer. Second half, human footprint video. For literacy. Literacy's objective for today, SSR for the first 20 minutes. You're definitely going to go and just use the clock as a timer or a cell phone as a timer, record your log for reading, and then you're going to continue working on your climate change worksheets in particular. I'd like you to focus on the graphs and questions in that packet, and if you don't get the graphs and the questions done in class, guess what you're doing for homework? You got it. For the second half of the class, we're looking at the Inconvenient Truth DVD. Again, that's going to be right over here to the side of my programs. So just go and switch out the DVD and you'll be good to go. All right, you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Take care.